Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Miss Claudine. You had a birthday on Sunday.
Yes, thank you very much. It was wonderful. Best birthday ever. Um, Hold on. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
And happy solstice. We're coming to the end of it, you guys. We're in the end of these energies of the solstice. So I hope it was as wonderful for you as it was for me. And welcome to the spiritual show that flows. What we talk about on this show is what do I want to say? Oh, so we talk. Okay, on this show we talk about a lot of things that have to do with the body and spirituality and medical stuff. I am not a doctor. Julie's not a doctor.
Nope.
Nope. So we just go off of anecdotal evidence, and I just wanted to put that out there because it's very important to do that. And we also do this for entertainment purposes only. But what we talk about is very, very serious and very real to Julie and I both. So it is for the people who have the ears to hear it and the eyes to see it. And with that, I hope everyone is doing great. Yeah, and thanks for showing up to our show this morning. And we're going to be talking about a lot of very cool things this morning. I came across a video that just put everything together for me, you guys, with this whole detoxing and getting the critters out and everything I've been through this last, I would say, 5 years of really hardcore detoxing and learning my lessons and going through this journey. I'm able to really feel that this research I did, and we're not an expert, Julie and I are not experts at all talking about this subject called redox. Okay. Redox to detox. But we went ahead and both did our fair share of research, and we're going to try to bring it to you guys the best that we can. And hopefully you guys can help us out here, okay? Because the things that we're talking about today, not very many people have even heard of, and they don't have much science behind it at all. So
Well,
we're on to something.
they actually have science behind it. However, it's a lot of the science that has been kept quiet, put it that way. There have been a lot of what would we call it, articles. However, they didn't start until like 2021. And if you remember back to 2021, most of us were dealing with something else and not concerned with what science is saying, because yeah.
This is some really good information, you guys. So good morning, Victor and Victor. Now I know Victor Turnage, he's super fascinated about all this stuff, and because, when it comes to detoxing these parasites, and he's been trying, he's changed his diet. He's done some really good efforts, putting a lot of effort forward and not getting much results. And that's because of this information that I've come across. And so has Julie, and so has Anne, you guys. Anne's the one who found it first. And then it went down the channels of the three of us. And it's very important. It's about oxidation and the mitochondria. We're going to talk a lot about the mitochondria, you guys. The mitochondria is something that we learned maybe in 7th or 8th grade. It was just a brief. Yes. And yep, just very brief inside of our biology books. And in our science, I think it was in science when I learned about it, and we were learning about biology. And I did not touch on it very much, but that word always stuck with me. Every time I would hear it, my head would turn, and I would look at it like, what does that all really mean? And so today we're going to dive into it. And please, if you guys have your information on this, share with us so we can figure this all out together, our different experiences, okay? And I'm going to share some of my experiences, and Julie will share some of her experiences with mitochondria. So redox is short for reduction oxidation. which totally is going to make sense, you guys, to get these detoxes to work properly, instead of stirring everything up and just being a bottomless pit. Because it's not just about pulling and yanking these toxins out. And that is what a lot of practitioners are doing. And I know that for a fact because I had a naturopathic doctor working with me, and she actually oxidized my blood.
And this is from Victor Turnage in Louisiana.
I dropped out of 6th grade.
Yeah. I'm going to put up a very quick thing on the Redox. It's small, so please take your pictures if
Yeah.
you can, screenshot. So let me get that back up.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, Julie. And then from there, I'll start talking.
Yeah. And you might be able to talk over it because it has the information. Okay.
You guys just go ahead and read it.
Yeah.
We'll give you a minute.
Redox before detox. In the context of cellular processes, redox reactions, oxidation reduction, and detoxification often work in tandem, with redox reactions playing a key role in the detoxification process. Redox reactions involve the transfer of electrons and are fundamental to many cellular processes, including those involved in removing harmful substances from the body. Okay.
So once you do that, they will naturally release themselves. The critters.
They went out of there.
You push them out. You gave them their eviction notice. Okay. And along with channels of elimination, that is all important because that is totally something different, you guys. That's clearing out the channels. Okay. So all of that's still important. Okay. But this is key right here. All right. And this is what happened with me throughout my detoxing. Once I got off the sugar, that really got me in reduction of oxidation, I believe. So that was key. That's why it was key. Like, it makes sense to Julie and I now. We're like, oh yeah. Okay, so redox. Did you want to show the other one too?
Yeah, but I thought it was what my yeah. Yes, I will. But I put this up there, redox, giving critters their eviction notice. I love that, what you said. So I thought I better put that up there.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing, girl. I'll just keep talking. Okay. So yeah, so redox here's another real short, brief description, you guys. Redox is short for reduction oxidation, and it refers to a type of chemical reaction that involves the transfer of electrons between two substances. Here's the breakdown. Basic concepts, you guys. We're trying to make this as basic as we can. And please ask questions. If you see any good questions, stop me, Julie. Okay, wait, we do have some stuff coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, so how should we do this? Okay, yes. Chaga mushrooms, definitely. For redox, perfect. Great mushroom. Chaga, what? Get rid of heavy metals. What are we doing here? See, if we're not doing redox and we're just doing detox and we're pulling and pulling and pulling and pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to get them out of there, what do we got? Heavy metals stirring around, sticking even more. Okay, your body absorbing it. All right. Chaga detoxes heavy metals out of the body, number one, and number two, detoxes heavy metal or inflammation out of the body too, you guys. All right. So yes, chaga.
I haven't had enough chaga lately either, so I got to work on that.
Oh yeah, chaga. Everybody should be doing chaga. Chaga, 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 chaga. But Julie knows this. Julie knows that that's all I do. I have what is that, like probably 2.5 gallons of chaga made daily in my facility. So, and I oh gosh, if you ever came into my facility, they're going to know what I'm talking about because here you go.
I've got to remember next time I'm there is after I drink my mushroom tea, which has chaga in it, but not that much. I need to do my refill and help clean out my.
can refill your big cup before you leave with chaga.
Well, I only put water in that. So I'm going to have to get another one for the chaga.
Yeah, fill it. And I sometimes what I'll do is I'll mix I'll drink half my water down. You know how I'm here all day with my water.
Yeah.
I drink it half down. I'll fill the other part with chaga because it's so concentrated.
Yeah, and also you provide when I'm there, which I love it, the mushroom tea in the morning.
And that has chaga in it, hon.
Yeah, but filling it when it's empty, adding the chaga tea to it will help me clean out the cup and also give me the more chaga. So yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
hello, Victor. Luke, it's been a while.
Hello. FYI, you guys, chaga tastes just like super clean water.
Yes.
So
and I like mine very strong. Some people can't handle it, so you could do water with it.
That's because I make it very strong. She went in strong with it.
Yeah. In any tea, I infuse it for a long time. I don't do just touching it and okay, that's tea. No. It doesn't taste.
You get your medicine, you pull that. Good. That's right. That's why we flow so good together because great minds think alike, and we do this. We have the same habits.
I don't understand why it would be hard to find chaga.
Is it hard to find chaga over here? Oh, you should. Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Look that up, Julie. Can you real quick and
Yep,
see? I would just say not with as much rain as you guys get over there, but then I don't know exactly what area you live in. But I'm surprised you don't have chagas growing in your forest. Okay, Victor. And then do you guys want to see a picture of what chaga looks like? I do have a picture of it growing on a tree. And then I also have chaga here. I can go grab it real quick. Let me, since we're on this subject. Yeah.
And I did verify chaga mushrooms are unlikely to be found in Louisiana.
Okay.
They are primarily grown on birch trees in cold northern climates like those found in Canada, Siberia, and parts of the U.S., while chaga has been found in other hardwoods in the northern hemisphere, including some in the U.S., Louisiana's climate is not conducive to its growth.
So it doesn't get cold enough.
Nope, it does not get cold enough.
Okay, you guys. All right, let me know. Can you guys see? Do I got this?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, so that's it on the tree, okay? Looks like a big lump of scump.
Have you found it going up the Flagstaff area?
I don't know. No. But I did hear from old-time foragers said that they have seen chaga up there, up by the rim before. Okay. So, yeah, but not lately. But then we haven't had any monsoons. It hasn't really snowed. So, but I did hear from people that they have seen it. So, but that was years ago, Julie, when I had heard that from some people. So, anyways, okay, and then what I do with it, you guys, all right, and yes, I do have it. Of course, yes. If I'm shoving it down your throat when you walk into my facility, you know I'm going to be selling it. So here's my chaga. These are the big chaga rocks, okay? This is the biggest quantity way that I sell it, all right? And it's quite a bit of chaga rocks. And how many ounces are in here? Okay, so I've got 2 ounces in here for. Yeah, this is the chaga rock.
That's huge.
Yep, I know. These are big ones. Yeah. It smells really good. It just has a real earthy smell to it. And it's just so you take the chaga rock, you guys, okay? And this is how I do it. You're going to seep this. This one right here is going to provide you medicine for at least 2 weeks. Yep. It's what I call the mushroom that keeps giving and giving and giving. So you keep using this chaga rock until it runs translucent, completely translucent. So what I do is I get me a nice glass mason jar. I stick it in there. I put my clean love water in there, okay? I'm very much into water structure. another great thing about the mitochondria, right? We're going to learn a little bit about this, okay? So Julie would tell you, I love structured water. And I do my own. It's not that hard. So I put it in my good, clean, blessed water, hot water, and I steam it or infuse it or whatever you want to call, seep it, whatever, for probably 2 hours in the glass jar with the hot water. I just forget about it, to be honest. I put it in there, I put it on the shelf, and I just forget about it. And then I put that in the refrigerator, you guys, and you can use that, especially the first couple times you use this chaga rock, because it's going to be very potent, especially this one because it's so big.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do is then you're going to take this out and you're going to put it inside of a cardboard box. I'll go get mine.
Okay. Thank you guys for this stuff. Yep, I was just checking. Ooh.
So I just got this cute little box from the 99 cents. It's cardboard. And then I put my extra in here. And I leave the lid open for a little bit because remember, where there's water, there's moisture, there's mold. So you don't want them to get moldy, you guys. So just put them in a box, take the lid off, and again, forget about it if you want to. Then probably a couple hours later, you'll be like, oh, they're dried. Perfect, especially because it's summertime. I close it up. And yes, I will continue to use this chaga until it runs translucent. It is the medicine that keeps giving.
I want to remind everyone that we're in Arizona. So when she's talking about it's going to dry in a couple hours, here in Arizona, it dries quickly. Okay. I mean, the other day we had 5% humidity, 5%. I don't think anywhere in the country other than maybe Death Valley has a 5% humidity level. So be careful with that. Also, while you're talking about chaga tea, and you were talking about the hot water, and being in Arizona for almost 50 years, yes, I'll date myself, we have learned in Arizona to make what they call sun tea. Would chaga rock work for sun tea?
I do make sun tea. Yes, I do. A lot of the time I take my glass jar. Thank you. I forgot about that step. I will take it and I will put it out in the rocks in front of my facility or in the garden, but mostly it's out in front of my facility in the rocks. And I will sit there and let it seep out there. You can even, well, see, here in Arizona, we can even do that in the winter because we always usually have, we mostly 90% have sunny days. So you guys, and then you're infusing it with more light. Redox.
Yes. Yes.
This is super simple, you guys. And it's the things that the way that I live my life and the things I do. And now I actually have a title, Redox.
Yeah. Which is great. And
Is
remind
great.
me next time I come next week. Yeah, I think I'll be there next week. To pick up some rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I got you, girl.
I need that to have
And I
around.
can mail
all the
you
time.
out some today if you want to, if you want me to.
No, I'd rather drive over there than mail.
I know. We have so much fun. And then this is what the chaga looks like, you guys.
That's very mild chaga, people. That's not my chaga. I would not do that.
It's okay. So should I bring my thing? So this is really, really strong chaga right here. And this is the one that she's used to drinking. And I'll mix it with water. I don't care because I drink it a lot, you guys.
Yeah. I don't need it. Would add the water to it. Give it to me strong because it tastes just like clean water.
So this is a workout here. I told you guys I got this big, it's about 2 gallons maybe, or a gallon and a half. It's close to 2 gallons. But this is, wait, which way I want to go? This is my chaga. Yeah. And see how dark that is?
That's my chaga. Yeah, that's her
chaga. Yeah, very, very dark. And this is, like I said, this is always filled. It's a little bit empty because of the mushroom club.
Yep. That's funny, Wade. Okay.
Okay, so what are people saying? Are we answering their questions?
Ambassador to Redox, Ambassador Claudine. It's not spelled right, but we
Oh,
understand.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
just reminding.
It's okay. No big deal. I misspell all the time. So,
Yeah.
very good at words, very good at, at writing stuff, creativity, but every other word's going to be spelled wrong. Um, trying to spell mitochondria. I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, I did go online to make it easier, but yeah. Anyway, let's go back to mitochondria. Okay, so let me show you my little slide for that. I had fun this morning, people. I'm just saying. Okay, and design. And this is
Okay.
even smaller. Are organelles found in most, yeah, you guys read it.
No, those are some big words there, guys. And we're going to, like I said, I just read it, guys.
Yeah. So, crucial roles in cell signaling, cell death, and are implicated in various diseases. So, yeah, paying attention. Okay. And hopefully you took a picture. There you go. All right. It's done.
All right. So, okay, so basic concepts is, by the way, the mitochondria, long story short, is the powerhouse of energy. Okay, that's what I learned, and that's all I pretty much learned in it was 7th or 8th grade. That's it. That's pretty much all that we learned about the mitochondria. I was so brainwashed then, I had no clue, but I remember hearing those. I remember hearing that sentence, and I was like, it stuck with me. Mitochondria stuck with me. Yeah. And I always remembered that. I always remembered, oh, that's the powerhouse of energy, not knowing what it meant, And so here I am now, still trying to figure it out. Then come to find out, there's no study on it until 2021. They've been trying to cover, like Julie said, they've been trying to cover this up from us, you guys, because
Yeah.
I do believe that once you get that mitochondria detox real good and real clean, that's the beginning of light body.
And that's what you're doing also with a critter reduction as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Getting rid of what is elimination. That is because that's how they control us. That is how you get all these crazy ideas, and you craved bad foods and all kinds of stuff, you guys. That's how the AIs and the government controls us, is through those archons that have been coming out of me. And by the way, you guys, I got out a new critter. A new one. Another new type. I don't know what it is. It's not that gross. So as the other ones, but if you guys want to look at it, let me know. It kind of has a white tail, translucent kind of tail behind it, has a very dark body in the front, and then it's got a very interesting. I'll show you guys.
Okay. If you don't want to watch,
turn your head.
Just look away. Put your phone down for a moment. I haven't seen it, guys, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I should have sent it to you. Okay, so I got a couple of shots of it.
But the first one you showed, Claudine, my youngest son saw it, and it really freaked him out. And he remembers that so much. I don't know if he was in the car at the time, but I don't know. Anyway,
did you tell him this is a real live? Like,
and he knows to believe it, but I mean, that's one of the first things he talked about to me when I got there to St. Louis, but he didn't want to talk about it. Don't tell me anymore.
They're just kind of like looking, with the curtains kind of like just peeking, like that emoji when they're like, ah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he was go ahead.
I was just like, my reality. This is a real reality show. I am putting it out there, you guys. I'm not embarrassed. I really don't give a what anyone thinks.
Well, after our shows, Sarah checked in with her guides and all, and she knows that she is from head to toe. She knows that. And she says, I can feel them. And I said, yes, I know. I'm with you. I can feel them. And mine right now are upset that we're talking about this. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, they can feel you. They trust me. I know. I've been and you can feel it in different types of ways too, because they will make the skin itchy. They will, you know,
Well,
but
that's on the outside, but you can feel them on the inside
you
too. I'm
can
just saying.
well, but there's this tapping you can feel when there's
Yeah.
a process of part of the detox when you're really getting heavy into it, and it goes up and down your spine, and you'll feel in the back of your head and your neck too. It's crazy. It is so crazy. It's annoying though. Um, okay, so here it is.
Wow.
Look at that tail.
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy? About 6 of them came out, and that was yesterday. And then I pulled it out. You know how I like to pull it out and put it on the countertop because I have to dissect it all and look at it when it's out of the water.
Wow. That's a pipe cleaner underneath it, right?
Yeah, I always have pipe cleaners.
But I
They're
want
my
them to be
tools.
aware that
Yeah, that's just a pipe cleaner, you guys. I use pipe cleaners for tools when I'm cleaning anything, and my sink's right there and the bathroom's right there. And so if you ever come to my facility, you see but my pipe cleaners are right there. So I'm always, and then I also keep them in my bathroom because they dry everything out. I use a lot of tinctures, you guys, and I like to clean everything because I do urine therapy. I practice Shinbambu. I'm a practitioner for Shinbambu, actually. And so everything's got to be washed out with alcohol. And I'm just very tidy like that, you guys. And I just love those pipe cleaners because they dry everything out. Um, so that's what I use to pull everything out. Yeah, I can't put my hand in there and do it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's an emotional roller coaster when this kind of stuff happens to you. That's all I got to say. But I do know one thing. I'm gonna do everything in my power to start taking pictures of all of them. I'm not just gonna yeah, unless I'm at the grocery store, I'm somewhere else and I can't. Other than that, I've decided I will always take a picture of it all the time for documentation.
Yeah. Now, one of the things you said, I don't know which week it was, but about the critters, is if you see bubbles
Mm-hmm.
from your
Regular poop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it the other day. It's like, oh, okay.
Someone's breathing down there.
Well, and that's why we have to reduce the oxidation, people, because our body does not need it inside. Yes, through our lungs and all, but our body knows how to handle it correctly. Well, they feed off the oxidation, the oxygen, and they
Our
keep
energy.
alive. Yeah, and our energy. But by reducing the oxidation in our blood and in our body, then we're better off. That's what she's trying to explain. And it's like, oh.
So here's helpful way to remember this. I like this, you guys. Oil rig. Oxidation is loss, reduction is gain of electrons. We're talking about electrons here, you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Your electricity, your body's electricity. I say this over and over. I know I sound like such a broken record all the time about so much stuff, you guys, but it hasn't changed. You are energy, pure energy, magnetic energy everywhere. That's your field. That is who you are. They don't want you to know this, you guys, because if you were to move your energy somewhere else, okay, how about this one? They just don't really want to know they don't want you as a human to understand how powerful you are as a human. We're so much more powerful than they've ever given us credit for because we are energy. We produce it. And they do everything they can to block it, overlay it, block it, overlay it. Poisonous, poisonous, poisonous. Control us with the parasites. Da, 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 da. I know I'm not supposed to say that word. Sorry, guys. Okay. So there's, I really just remember, think about an oil rig, you guys, okay? And that's a great way to maybe remember it. In chemistry, this is what I researched. Redox reactions are everywhere. For example, rusting of iron.
Yes.
Redox reaction, which we were just talking before we went live. Sorry, guys, we were a little bit late because we have to talk about all of our stuff before we go live.
Well, and I'm in Mason. She's there, and she had things to do before she got on. She had phone problems again. So
the phone went blink on me.
And yeah, good.
No, you go ahead. Batteries working. Redox reaction. Your batteries.
Yeah,
like my phone. No.
Exactly. They're trying to tell you.
Yeah. Cellular respiration. How your body turns food into energy. Redox reaction. So that's why it's so important for you to feed the mitochondria. We don't eat for pleasure. We eat to fuel the redox reaction. In the body, okay, in wellness and functional medicine, redox reactions are linked to cellular energy production. That is the ATP via mitochondria. ATP, she just put it up there, you guys, all explaining the ATP. And there's a video that I did with Anne and Julie. When was that? Was that 2 or 3 weeks ago where we talked about the ATP?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been a while. A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit, you guys. I've been talking about the mitochondria, you guys. I have been. But I just didn't understand how to incorporate. I didn't understand it now I do, now that I've learned about redox, you guys. I'm telling you, it was like when your lights go on, and the connections just ding, 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 ding. It's a great feeling. It is an amazing feeling. And I know Julie's on this this great roller coaster ride of feeling like we're onto something.
Yep.
Okay. So antioxidants. This is why antioxidants are so important. And you can get antioxidants, you guys, through the foods. That's like the reason why you should be eating for antioxidants. Well, for one of the reasons. Which neutralizes and oxidizes agents, aka free radicals. Did a show on free radicals, you guys.
Check back.
Okay. Yep. Go back. Look at the videos. Detox and healing proper redox balances helps the body repair and protect itself. Okay. This is everything that we have been taught has to attack it, shut it down, clog it. Oh, this is what kind of Julie was talking about a little bit earlier. Okay, too much oxidation, oxidative stress. You stress out the cell, the mitochondria.
Well, and you mentioned iron, and yes, we want a decent amount of iron in our blood. And oxidation rusts out the iron, causing problems internally.
Yes, but if your body is balanced and you're putting the nutrition you need to be fueling it, your body also makes iron.
Yes.
So here we go, you guys. All cells must communicate with each other within the mitochondria. The mitochondria first fix the cells, and then let's get the cells communicating to each other properly. And you don't need any iron substances. You don't need to put extra iron if you're balancing this correctly with food. Okay. Now with Julie, she might need a little extra because she's a runner. You pound out iron when you're running through your feet. But if you're doing it barefooted on the grass and in the dirt, I bet you wouldn't need. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, did I already say that? I already said too much reductive stress, which can also throw off balance. Did I say that? Too much reductive stress, which can also throw off balance. So it's always about a balance, you guys. Just like Mother Gaia, balance. Always about balance. So a healthy redox balance is crucial for this. Like this, that. And guess what else is very crucial? Number one, earthing and breath. We have a show on that. When did I do that one? What, about 6 weeks ago? I did 4 hours.
Actually, on the earthing, I just posted a short on that.
That we talked about
went out yesterday.
Yep. I did a 2 hours with Julie, 2 hours with Anne regarding earthing, you guys. Okay. Yes. So, and breath, earthing and breath. Okay, so a healthy redox balance is crucial for detoxing properly, fighting inflammation, supporting anti-aging. We would not age out as fast, and we'd live a lot longer if we did this. A lot longer. I think this might have been the secret to Moses and all them living up to being, so they say, 700-800 years old. Are you guys all following this? Are you guys all okay? Is there any questions out there, any comments or anything so we can stop?
Definitely. Debbie Ross says, hello, how are you ladies?
We're great. Thank you, Debbie. Hola, we're talking about the mitochondria, girlfriend.
Someone said to be eating nothing but fruit and vegetables. Do not eat any meat. Eating to live is the best thing to do. This is from Victor.
Yeah, yes.
And I know you pulled cards, but we're not really doing cards right now, so that's why I didn't pull it up earlier. But since we have a pause, I'll go ahead and pull that up. Like the card I pulled, collective card is Empress, or as I livingly calling Freya card, or Mother Gaia, the Empress card. Yes, and the Empress card is about femininity, beauty, and creativity, giving birth to new things. Okay. All right. And this is giving birth, get rid of what does not, what impedes our peace, and bringing in and making things better for us. Okay.
Okay. This one had begun my ear. Okay. And then I guess, and I don't remember hearing any of this with products and like trying to sell things. But then again, I don't use mainstream products myself. So it says in products and wellness, this language is used. Redox. Sometimes redox is used as a buzzword in health products, like redox signaling molecules, redox water, redox sprays. Have you ever heard of these, Julie?
No, I have not.
No, I haven't. But I'm not that much into the wellness, that type of products, anyways.
Well, one thing about the products like that, you could probably make it. Just saying.
I already do.
Yeah. You do make some.
I've been doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, exactly. I've been talking about this. We just didn't know how to articulate. We didn't know there was this. We had no idea. Okay. Which comes to help restore redox balance at the cellular level. Redox spray. Sorry, you guys. So I guess there's redox sprays out there which come to help restore redox balance at the cellular level. Some of these are legit. Others are overhyped. Always just dig, you guys. Dig deep in the products that you're using if you're going to start buying redox products, okay? And I have a feeling they're probably really pricey.
I have a question. Would one consider your magnesium and lavender?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
And they're not. It's not pricey. And we use it as. She used it as a massage on the legs, lower legs at night. but also as antiperspirant, well, not antiperspirant, deodorant, as deodorant.
I do spray it under my armpits, but because my lymphatic system, our lymphatic system's all underneath our armpits and our chest and our clavitors right here. And so put it under the armpits. I just feel it getting that magnesium up there is really good. And, you know, magnesium is super important because we are magnesium deficient, you guys. They've taken it out of our dirt. So, and we're supposed to be earthing. And I believe we have the magnesium stuff on the earthing video.
Yes, I think so. Yes, we do.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. So redoxing to detoxing is what spiritual wellness is really all about. Redox relates to how your body's energy system communicates. The cells communicating, you guys. Heals and process eternal transformation. Electrons flow, energy flows. Okay, here we go. Let me redo this. Electron flow equals energy flow equals healing.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the bioelectric terrain. So this is new to me too, you guys. So we're all learning here, okay? You guys chime in if you want to. Does anyone know anything about that part of your body? The bioelectric terrain. The bioelectric terrain, also called the bioterrain or bioelectric field, refers to the electrical and energetic environment of your body at the cellular level, especially balancing of the pH. Now, why is water structure so important to me? Because it's all about the pH, hon. And that works on the candida, okay? You have your pH levels, you will have a balanced candida in your biome, okay? In your stomach, your big and small intestines. Okay. Especially the balance of pH, voltage, minerals, and hydration that affects how your cells function, communicate, and regenerate. So the pH levels are important, the minerals are important, and we were just talking about magnesium. So yeah, you guys, I hope, yeah, this is just, you just need it all for cell functioning, you guys, in communication, cell functioning, regeneration of the cells, and talking to your cells. Talking to your cells is like one of the top, it's up there with one of the top 5 things next to earthing, you guys. Always communicate with your cells. They don't know what to do if you do not give them instructions. They have never had instructions from the human. So talk to them all the time. I do all the time. I'm always talking to my cells. I give them all the instructions. How do you know, how you, it's just kind of way it is in life. Without communication, you ain't got shit. What affects the bioelectric terrain? Your body is electrical. Every cell has a voltage, like a tiny battery. Things that influence this terrain include pH levels, mineral balance, hydration, oxygenation, toxin load, heavy metals, parasites, chemicals, redox status, electron balance. You guys want to go back to that word again. Electromagnetic fields, EMFs. EMFs. How much do we talk about EMFs, Julie? A lot, okay? That's the 5G, guys.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Victor saying he's getting ready for his mother's birthday. She had it on the 25th.
Happy birthday.
Selling her extra, she hitting 65, but working to 67 over here. I don't know what that means. So I guess she's 65. So she's younger than me and older than Miss Claudene. But other than that.
And she's a Cancer. So tell her I said happy birthday. She's a June bug.
Yeah.
Yep. And then what else affects the bioelectric terrain, you guys? Which I know you guys have heard this over and over, is your thoughts and your emotions. Yep, they can shift your frequency.
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna put a bravo on that one.
Hanging around people that are not good for you.
Mhm.
That brings it down to
Giving up your power. That
Yes.
all goes back to giving up your power. Stop giving up your power. Start calling that stuff back. Call it back. Call it back. Call it back. You know, you can say, oh, I can just go in there for a minute and I'll be fine. I'll protect myself. But it doesn't, it's not that easy, you guys. The damage that you do takes a lot of time to repair. And it's just kind of like you end up on this perpetual wheel of going into bad energies, coming back out of bad energies. A good example of that was when I was working at the park in the bar. So that's a kind of an example of that. I just, I was constantly having to go in there, come out and clear myself, So, yeah, that's kind of an example. Anyways, okay. Huh?
I feel like having a shower every time you come out. It's like a spiritual shower as well as a water shower. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But it still was affecting my cells and you know what I'm saying? Like I was still carrying that nastiness of dealing with all that fried food, that alcohol, all that stuff. Yeah, that low vibrating stuff. Yep. Yep. Anything and almost everything can penetrate the aura, you guys. So, and that's how you end up getting different types of parasites. Okay. Why it matters. When your bioelectric terrain is healthy, cells communicate clearly, repair DNA, and fight off infections. Detox naturally, so you release everything naturally, and hold a strong energetic field. Almighty powerful, right there. You're holding a strong field. When it is disturbed, the body can't heal well. Okay, go ahead.
Keep going.
Okay. When it is disturbed, the body can't heal well. You might experience chronic fatigue, inflammation, detox blocks, critters or pathogens taking over the vessel, and emotional instability or brain fog and anger. Any of this resonating with you, Victor Turnage? You're always wondering where that anger is coming from. Well, this could be something to look at. In energy or alternative medicine, people working in biofield tuning, electrolymphatic drainage, energy healing, and even mushroom and plant medicine detox protocols often refer to the bioelectric terrain. It's the interface between the physical body and the energetic field. Physical, non-physical. I say that quite often, you guys. And when it's clean and vibrant, healing flows faster. Okay, good, thanks. Practical ways to support this, you guys. Grounding, barefooted on earth, you guys, or sand or grass. High mineral waters and sea salt. Yeah, you should always get like a Celtic sea salt or get any kind of good salt, you guys, and put it in a glass of water and chug that every day. So chlorophyll.
Celtic salt is a moist salt, so that's a very good one to put in the water. Just saying.
Yeah. And chlorophyll, and you can make your own chlorophyll, and you can buy it online. I've had to do that before, you guys, especially when I'm out traveling and stuff. But the best way is to make your chlorophyll. It's very easy, you guys. Just get all your greens, cilantro, all spinach, fennel, oregano, mint. Just get all your leafy greens together, whatever you like. Sounds like it'll, go with your palate. Put it in a blender with some good clean water and just keep blending that stuff and blending it and blending it. Then you're going to separate all those herbs, okay, really good. Um, get a cheesecloth, get whatever you can and separate that. And then what's left inside your cheesecloth or your, or if you just squeeze it with your hand or whatever, put that to the side, the plant material, put it to the side because you can use that to make capsules once it dries out.
Yes,
And
kale.
Kale, yep. Kale, yep. Yep. Anything. Okay. Do you guys understand what chlorophyll is? It is the pigment, the green pigment that it's what the pigment, the color, the reason why I can't talk. The reason why the plants have the color green, it's their pigment, okay? So anything that's green, yeah, cucumbers, broccoli, all of anything that's green, you guys, you can make chlorophyll from. And then you separate, there's your juice, drink your juice. Celery, you can use celery. You drink your juice, you take the plant material, dry that out. And if you want to, you can, and what I do is now I can make chlorophyll capsules.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, always use the whole plant, always use the whole mushroom. So that's another way of doing it. Okay. The chlorophyll is extremely important. That really, really cleans out the blood. Okay. This one I know from urine looping. Electrolytes, do the electrolytes. Sunlight, infrared, red light therapy, and Rife frequencies. Now, for those that don't know what these are, so you go out in the sun. So when I'm grounding, I always ground out in the sun. I actually go to this dog park right across the street. I've talked about this before. There's a tree right there. I can move around with the shade if I want to, if I get to, because it gets hot. But almost every morning, I try to put at least 20 minutes with my feet on the ground by this tree. I always shoot for an hour, but if I get 20 minutes, I'm happy. Some days just allow me that, you guys. I'm very busy. Sunlight infrared is just red lights on you. I bought my own infrared lamp and it's kind of big and it goes around me over my head. And then I get on my vibrator board. It's a board that just shakes me like I am on a mixer, like I'm making chlorophyll. And I'm on that. Yeah. So that's what I do. You can buy a red light, you guys. You just buy a red light bulb if you want. Change your light. That it's as easy as doing that. I know you can buy red lights at Home Depot and stuff like that, Walmart. It's that easy as getting red light on you, infrared. And the Rife frequencies, Rife, as far as I know, you guys, Rife is it's a gun. It's a type of a thing that if you go to a naturopathic doctor, they'll have a Rife machine and they'll take that Rife machine and they'll put it on different parts of your body. I've had that done. I went that route for a while. I was getting Rife like once or twice a week by my naturopathic doctor. Breath work, structured breath. Okay. This is all simple stuff and it's free. Most of this is free. Grounding is free. Breath is free. Sunlight is free. Good mineral water and some sea salt don't cost that much, you guys. Detoxing herbs, enzymes, and cellular support. EMF shielding. Shielding yourself as much as you can from the EMF waves, you guys. They are killing us. That and plastic. Those are and you can't see EMF waves. If you guys want to, go get yourself an EMF gun. I've got one. Here's a story for you. I have it in my car. I'm driving around in my car and I'm at a red light. So I start pointing it at the cars, pointing at different things. Yes. And every time I go by a Tesla, it goes rear, 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 rear. And then I also know, like, pointed out, like, the at the different areas, and that means I'm by, I think, because I'm by an EMF radiation, pole. Okay, EMF shielding yourself from those energies. And guess what, the last one I wrote? Mushrooms like chaga, reishi, lion's mane, that help rebuild terrain and restore cellular communication. So that's kind of where the money comes in, right there with the mushrooms. Okay. Okay, I put a title on here. Why most detox protocols are failing you, or have failed me and failed you guys, is okay, so especially for those who tried detox protocols and felt worse afterwards instead of better. Me, I'm guilty of that big time. We're going to break it down in simple. I'm going to break it down in simple terms, because this stuff gets way too complicated, and it really doesn't have to be complicated. I'm trying to do this as basic as I can, you guys. Binders are okay. So the problem is that, okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about binders a little bit. And this is why you got to be careful with the binders, but you have to have binders, you guys. Okay. You have to have binders. Binders are overused and misunderstood because they just give you a protocol with the binders. Okay. This will happen a lot. That's what happened when they said, make sure you use binders, da, 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 da. But that was just pushing and pulling my stuff inside of me. So yeah, I have it written down here. Most people think that detoxing is all about the pulling, the pushing, and the yanking toxins out of your body using binders like charcoal, zeolite. And there's some pharmaceuticals that they give out there too. That I would never do. Even though my naturopathic doctor tried to give me a prescription, and you should have heard her sell it to me, telling me how beneficial. It's the fast track. It's not going to hurt. Yeah. Yeah. And this is a naturopathic doctor, you guys. This is why I don't care for them at all. Unless my arm falls off, then get me a surgeon. Surgeons and doctors are two different things to me. Even though these are useful, don't get me wrong, they're very useful. They are just being handed out, you guys, like candy by these practitioners and telling you this is the answer. And it's really hurting more people than helping them. Why? Because that entire approach is based on an outdated model. It treats your body like a clogged pipe that needs Drano. But your body isn't a pipe. It's an electrical living system. The truth, detox is about energy, not force. Detox is about forcing toxins. Detoxing isn't about forcing out toxins. It's about restoring energy, charge, and flow. I like that. Gosh, I love that. It's about restoring energy, charge, and flow. That is what detox is about. Toxins don't get stuck in your body just because you're not using enough binders. They get stuck because your cellular energy system is broken down. Your body's eternal charge, what we call your bioelectric terrain, isn't stable. And when your system is unstable, it holds on to toxins as a way to protect you. So if you throw heavy duty binders at a weak system, what happens? You just stir everything up. Everything's just getting stirred up. You redistribute toxins, especially heavy metals. And that's what we're trying to get out. Number one, we're trying to get the heavy metals. That's the number one thing. You ignite inflammation and your body can't resolve. And you feel worse. Sometimes way worse, you guys. It's making so much sense with these binders, because when I was using the charcoal and the zeolite, I don't know. I do know. It did. It made me feel really crappy. But then when I started using the diatomaceous earth every 3 days, I really started to getting some improvement. They really started, falling out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
doing it once every 3 days?
When I went to take well, I got off the charcoal and I got off of the zeolite. Okay. Because it
Right.
was making me feel worse. I couldn't put my finger on it, Julie. I was just like, what the hell? Because we're so
Yeah.
brainwashed about the whole if you don't um if you don't use the binders, then your body's going to absorb everything.
Yeah.
That's what they're selling. That's what it's out there. That's what every practitioner talks about. So
I know. It's
I know,
just,
right? Shit. This is just like, oh, this is just so crazy for me right now. You guys, I'm still absorbing all this information on top of celebrating the solstice. Um,
well, one of
but
the
when
things we
I
talked,
share,
yeah,
go ahead.
we talked about earlier is muscle testing.
We'll get to that. Yeah,
Okay.
don't let me forget that one. Don't let me
Okay.
forget that
I'll
one.
remind.
I muscle test everything, you guys. And but when I muscle tested my binders, the charcoal and the zeolite, I also had other things in my hand. Not going one by one. Is this a good mix? Being in a hurry, being rushed.
Right.
Okay. Yep. That's the whole thing with it. So yeah, or I would get a slight, I wouldn't get it all the way. We'll talk about how to muscle test here, you guys, real quick. I don't do the one that goes up to the chest and you go forward or you go backwards. I don't do that one. I don't trust that one. Not for me. It doesn't work for me. Um, okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about muscle testing, you guys. So since we're at this point, when you muscle test, you are talking to that innate part of your body that is attached to the physical and the non-physical. Okay, it's the innateness that knows that's your naturalness. Okay, your innate is the part of you that you're born with, that innately, it's how you innately knew how to go to the bathroom. No one had to teach you how to go to the bathroom. You already knew how to get that out. No one had to teach you how to eat. You innately knew how to eat. Like animals, they're very innate. Like they know the fire's hot. They don't touch it every time they come to this planet. But every time we come, we have to be reminded that the fire's hot. We innately don't know that. So the things that you just innately know how to do is what you want to talk to. So when you're muscle testing, you're talking to that innate, and it will not stir you wrong, you guys. What I do when I'm muscle testing now, the easiest way for anyone to do it, to learn how to do this, is you can take it and put it up on your chest. You want to stand straight, and you ask it what you want to ask it. Is this what will show me what I need to know? Will this heal my mitochondria? Will this help me with cellular rejuvenation? Whatever your question is, take it, put it on your heart, ask the question, and if you go forward, it's yes. If you go backwards, it's a no. If
Yeah.
you don't do anything and you just kind of go swivel around, that means maybe. Ask
Right.
another question.
And be specific. Yeah.
You guys, seriously, spirit innate doesn't know. Be direct. Ask the question. Don't be this undecisive, talking yourself into it, talking yourself out of it kind of question. Okay, don't do that, because then you can't ask the same question twice. You cannot. If you need to ask the question again, then ask it in a different way. That's all. Because then you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting spirit, and it can signal that. What I do, how I muscle test, and this takes time and this takes a lot of practice, okay, is I take whatever it is that I want to know, and I get my finger, okay, just like this. I get my pinky and I get my thumb and I go over it like this, and then I get my pointy finger right here. I hold what I want in my hand. Like I said, this takes a lot of practice. I hold it and I'll go right here and I will say to it, should I drink 16 ounces of chaga today for my mitochondria? Is that the healthy thing for me today? See, it didn't break through. If it broke through, then that means no. But when it doesn't and it stays real tight, because my finger's real tight, I know that's a yes. Let me get something. I don't have anything with preserved. This is always my problem. I don't have anything that's crap. If I did something that's crap and I'm holding it, it's going to slide right through. Oh, here we go. Is my name George? Nope. Is my name Claudine? Yep.
Okay.
So,
and remember, I know a lot of people drive around a lot. And I started out with the stand-up, the human pendulum. That's how I was taught the muscle testing sort of thing to begin with. However, as I'm driving and I'm thinking, should I go left or should I go right? They don't want me to say pain because they don't want to scare you guys. So an annoyance on my left hand, usually where I'm holding the steering wheel, I'll get an annoyance and it's like, don't go that way. And then I'll get a positive feeling, tingling in my right palm, and that I need to go that way. If I need to go straight, these three fingers, my thumb and two fingers, tingle when I need to go straight, because that's what I'm holding the steering wheel with. But I have come to trust it. And one of the times I trusted it is when I went to Claudene's shop for the very first time. I said, you want me to go driving? Where do you want me to go? And they showed me which freeway they wanted me to go. They showed me which exit to take. And it was 43rd Avenue. And am I going to Claudene's? Very positive results. It's like, okay, now I know where I'm going. But you use what you can at that time, because when you're driving and trying to do your muscle test, a little difficult, just a little. So whatever works for you, but I know it works for me.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I can feel it now and saying positive. And Mr. Don is in the house. Welcome in. Want to remind everybody that we do have class tonight, Tuesday. But yeah, but use what you can and whatever works for you, but practice it. Oh, and one of the things you can use in muscle testing, you can hold your cell phone. Is this for my highest and greatest good?
Is this for my highest and greatest good? Is this very healthy for me?
So you usually have something around you can utilize just to verify that it's working for you at that time.
Yeah. Just grab a soda, grab anything that's trash, grab alcohol, grab something with alcohol in it.
Right, but you don't have anything near you.
I don't, you guys. I don't.
So
I do need to. Yeah.
Utilizing the phone is very good.
Yeah, the phone probably the most toxic thing I have in my facility. Okay, so and then mitochondria supports you guys. Mitochondria aren't just your energy factories. They're also your cellular defense system. If they're not supported, detox collapses. So remember, the mitochondria is your master energy cell within the cell. Okay, the mitochondria is inside the cell. It's not the cell. It's just a little piece inside the cell that generates all your energy. Okay. Bioelectric terrain. This is your inner soil. If it's dry, toxic, or full of static, nothing flows. You must restore the terrain before forcing anything out. Structured water. We're going to go back to the structured water, you guys, how important that is. That's going to probably clean you out the best. And you can even, you know what? You can even take your water and put it in the sun. That will also structure it. Okay. Put a crystal in it. You have some crystals. I like when my crystal bracelets break or my crystal necklaces break, I always save all those crystals and I put them in my water. So I put a lot of, what is the EMF crystals again?
Shungite.
Shungite. I put my shungite. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So
I love shungite. It's great.
I know, I love it too. So I have a tower. I have a shungite tower right here. I have these all over my facility, all over my house, everything. When this one's broken, I'll take this piece and I'll put it in my chaga.
Oh, wow.
I do. And it's a big piece, I know. And this gives me protection from the EMFs, you guys. So that it's just that simple. Or you can use any kind, whatever you're using that day, like bronzite. I use bronzite a lot to, because that sends back bad energies to people who are sending me bad energies, and they go back to, the creator of them. I'll use
But,
bronzite sometimes.
right. But double check on the properties within.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they have heavy metals. Some of them have heavy metals.
Some of them heavy metals. Yes. You got to be careful with that. The ones that do have heavy metals, I believe, is some quartz, some of the quartz, and oh gosh, yeah,
Starts
you got to
with
be
an
careful.
M.
Yeah,
That has copper. Copper is, you can handle so much, but you can overdo copper. So you got to be careful.
Be careful with copper. Little small amounts. Your best bet is just do mushrooms. Eat a little bit. Those will help.
But if you do have shungite is good, just make sure it's well rinsed because you don't know where it's been.
Yep, just clean it and don't do it every day. You don't need it every day, you guys.
No.
Not every day. Okay, so yeah, so restoring that terrain and using the structured water, your cells are supposed to be filled with special types of water. Structured water, energized water, that's what gives you flow, coherence, and charge because you are electric energy. And some of the mistakes most detox protocols skips all of this. They jump straight to the binders. And it's true because I did it. Without supporting cellular energy, electrical flow, mitochondria signaling, and proper drainage pathways. Now, drainage pathways goes along with channeling of elimination. And we did a challenge, you guys, for the solstice. Remember, I posted it on my website for elimination of the channels. That's still important. That's still part of the detox, but that's a whole separate thing. It's a whole different topic. And we talked about that last week for 2 hours. And I actually had a challenge for you guys to do.
So speaking of the challenge, how'd that go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How did anyone do the challenge? Anyone on here to get on the challenge? So, yeah, please, if you did, let us know how it went because I showed you how it went for me.
You had more.
More stuff. I gave birth to some new friends.
And it's totally different from anything else you have.
Totally different. Totally different. Totally different critter.
Wow. I know. And I did at least the first couple days. I don't know if I did, the rest as well as I should have. However, I could feel more. I can feel them in my sinuses.
Oh no! Oh no! Something.
No, it's good because you've got. I mean, you got.
Oh yeah, no, it's good.
Actually, I feel it right there. So I'm working on getting that out. I know I've eliminated a few from there already, but yeah.
Mullen.
Knowing that there's some still alive, it's okay. Okay, what else do I need to utilize?
You can try Mullen. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't. It's something about Mullen hesitation on that. I don't know why. I think I might be allergic to it, so I need to be very careful.
Okay. All right. Do the muscle testing, and then another one. You and Ann are on the same. Ann's having the same issues. So it's the mucus. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. My mucus has been being reduced, and one of the things that that reduces it, and I haven't had the cup for a couple days, but I have a cup of tea, basically just a bunch of spices, and I have 4 spices in this one, and that is cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, and ginger.
Okay. Quinine. Okay. And I can teach you how to make that. It's really, really simple. That's another option you have too, because you got to get past that layer of mucus. Once you get that mucus out, okay. Now, when mine came out of here, when I detoxed that part out, that's when I went to New Mexico and I went to the grandfather healing waters, the hot springs. Remember that?
Yes.
And they were grandfathers for sure. It was some of the craziest things. I literally drained for 5 weeks. It was never discolored. It was never nasty. I never got sick. I just had drainage. And you've been working with me long enough to know I don't have sinus problems. You've never heard me have a heavy cough. I'm not that type of person. But I was for 5 weeks. And it was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. But I used the quinine and I made it myself. And so you get the mucus out, then the water inside your cells can stop redistributing the heavy metals back into your body once you start to get this, and the mucus turns into plaque, remember? Then you got to get to the plaque, and then you got to get to the biofilm. So it's layer after layer after layer when it comes to this. And then do the quinine, okay? I forgot the pharmaceutical name for quinine. I have it written down.
They used to sell quinine water, and I'm saying used to. It was a big deal in the 50s. And it's funny that you mention it, because when I was cleaning out my great aunt's apartment, I came across a bottle of quinine water.
Really?
It was from the 50s or 60s. I did not save it. I got rid of it. There's no way I'm keeping that around.
Oh, you never know. Shoot. If it was preserved right, that could be some really powerful medicine.
It could have been, but it was scary. There was stuff in the bottom, and yeah. So it could have been great, and I was not going to be I was not going to experiment on myself, because I did not want to add any problems. So I just got rid of it.
Okay, I can't find the pharmaceutical name for quinine. But anyway, so the way that I do it, and I think this would help you, is if anyone else out there also has a lot of mucus, Mullen's going to be your number one tea to use, the Mullen. And I do have that on my website. I forge my own Mullen up in Flagstaff. We have an abundance here in Flagstaff of Mullen. So, okay, so the quinine. So anyone, even if you're sick or you get some kind of a cold and it's congested, it's all up here with a mucus membrane area, this is the greatest mucus membrane detoxifier that you can use. Okay, so you're going to get some grapefruits and you're going to get some lemons. Peel them. Get about 2 each. You're going to put them in a pan of water and fill the pan up pretty good, not so that it boils over, because you're going to have to bring it to a roaring boil. Okay. But you got to make sure it has a really, really good lid. I always use a glass lid, you guys. So get a glass lid, put it in a good pan, make sure that lid fits, and you're going to cover it. And you don't ever, ever, ever open it ever. Okay. So you're going to bring it to a really good boil for an hour. Okay. Bring it to a roaring boil and then bring it down a little bit. You want it to boil. That's why you're going to put quite a bit of water in it, because it's going to reduce a little bit. Okay. And you never touch the lid. After an hour of doing that, you turn everything off. And someone's got the scientific name of quinine.
That was me.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, host, duh. Okay, and then you're going to take it off, Julie, and you're just going to let it cool naturally.
Okay.
Do not pick up that lid. And then when it's fully cooled down, you're going to take the lid off, make sure the condensation all drips inside the pan. And then you're going to take those grapefruits, and you're going to take those lemons, and you're going to squeeze them. You're going to squeeze all those terpenes out. Whoo, I love you. Oh, yes, you're going to heal me. Just give it a lot of love. And then just toss those. You can put those in the garden, whatever you want to do with them. Feed them to the birds. And then there you go. You got your quinine right there.
Wow.
Yep. Bottle it in some a good glass jar, and put it in the refrigerator. Freeze it if you need to, But there you go. There's your medicine right there. There's your quinine. And you start taking shots of those. And yes, it's very strong citrus taste. You start taking a couple shots of those and you're going to just start coughing up and getting all that phlegm out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's yeah. So just thought, there you guys go on that one. That's real simple too. So where were we? So we already talked about detox protocol. Skip all this. They jump straight to the binders. Mitochondria say, okay. So if you really want to detox, the first step is to stabilize your system, you guys. Okay. And here's a simple list. All right. So support mitochondria with minerals, light, and oxygen. Rebuild redox balance with antioxidants, enzymes, and grounding. Okay. Now, I got forced into doing redox balance because I had candida in my ileum. So I had to go on like an enzyme diet, I guess you could call, but I went on a really strict enzyme protocol, you guys, for a really long time. That happened the same time that, about 6 months before I went off of sugar, I started working on my redox, not even knowing it, okay, through enzymes. And I had to take some enzyme supplements. Yes, I did. But because for some reason, my urine wasn't enough. Because when you loop your urine, I get enzymes that nobody on this planet can even make. But the enzymes that I needed were the ones that were particularly for the ones for my mouth, for plaque.
Oh, okay.
I know. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. So because my teeth, they diagnosed me with gingivitis and a couple of other things back in 2019. I had surgery, all kinds of crazy stuff with my jaw. But anyways, all of that is gone. It's gone.
Cool.
Yep. I even had some discoloration on the top of my tooth, barely starting, and it's all gone. So there was something with the enzymes with the plaque around in my mouth area, which probably that's why I remember I was telling you the parasites in my head I'm very concerned about.
Yes.
I've been talking about that with you. Okay. So, rebuild, redox, rebuild. Okay. I gotta say that the antioxidants, enzymes, and grounding, you guys, and you guys know how much I am about grounding. Okay. Recharge your bioelectric field through hydration, breath, and movement. Okay. Breath is everything. Without breath, you would not be here. The breath of the creator, the breath of mother, the breath of you. It's what keeps us, we breathe in sync with each other and everything flows, right? Mm-hmm. Encourage flow, not force. That's lymph, liver, nervous system, and support. And remember your thoughts. Always be kind to yourself. Only you can hear you. Exactly. Once your system is stable and charged, your body knows exactly what to do. It will release what doesn't belong, gently, wisely, and naturally. Any questions or anything out there? No?
Nothing yet.
Okay, we've got 10 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let the body lead, you guys. Let it lead, just like I did. It will show you what you need to know if you ask it. If you ask it to.
Yeah.
Remember, your body can only hear you. Bruce Lee was like 1000% correct on all that. Okay, so here's some reminders. Healing doesn't happen through force, it happens through flow. I've said that a few times. You don't need to rip toxins out. You need to restore the terrain so your body lets them go on its own when it's ready and when it's safe.
Yes.
Just like Mother Gaia does, you guys, naturally and safe, okay? That's the power of real detox. If this resonates, drop a comment, you guys. Let me know what you've tried. Let us know what you guys have tried. What did or didn't work. If you're ready to learn how to support your detox and terrain, before touching binders? Let's talk. Get a hold of us, you guys. Julie's very fluent on this herself. She's on the road of doing this. This is part of her journey right now. This is where she is in her journey. So yeah, she hasn't had anything weird come out yet, but she's going to.
Well, I know I've had a few things. I haven't taken pictures. I've had some out of my nose. I think I coughed up a couple too that were strange.
Take pictures.
I know, but they're so small and yeah.
No, who cares? Mine was the Canada is super small too, and I got pictures. I just clumped it all together.
Yeah. But one of the things that I had been on a few years back, I can't remember how long, but something came across YouTube about oxygenation. And it hit home, and I studied it. And basically, it rusts out your pipe when you add oxygen into your bloodstream or anything. Now, remember, our breath is very important, like she was saying. Well, we bring in all the oxygen we need. If you need to go and get some more oxygen to an oxygen bank, then you do that, or oxygen bar, sorry. You do that, but on a normal basis, you get all the oxygen you need if your body is clean. If you can reduce the oxygen in your bloodstream, because I mean, I saw this family members with heart problems, with had to have a triple bypass. I mean, all of this is about oxygenating your blood and causing rust and plaque and all these problems. Well, why?
Mucus, biofilm, all of it. Oh, yeah.
All of that. And then I go into an herbal store. And this was after I did all my research. And I'm going, why are you selling this? Oh, it gives you energy and everything. I'm going, it oxygenizes, yeah, oxygenates your blood. It rusts out your body. And she kind of looks at me and it's like, this is not good. Because she was trying to sell it to me. And it's like, no, there's no way. I just learned all this stuff. And you're selling this? Oh, no. I couldn't believe they were doing it.
Was it her product that she made?
No, somebody had her selling it through her store. And it's like, no.
See, you guys, that's where I know where a lot of my wisdom comes from, because Julie will tell you, I don't sell anyone else's project unless it's a handcrafted made product.
Yes.
Yep.
Judy made it.
Someone made it. So we know about it.
Yeah. When I get my nutmeg tinctures, then I will definitely go directly to you, but you'll know what I've done to do it, because you've got so many other things you're working on that I want to get this done, along with a couple other things. So.
Yep, and when it comes from a source who knows what the freak they are talking about, and then it sells itself, honestly.
Right.
It really does. I don't have to I won't push anything on anybody. You know, if I let everyone choose. Did I tell you guys about my client I told you about the liver cancer, my client who came in here last week? There's this gentleman that I have, and he's a very hard-headed client. But he lives an extremely clean life, because he's had liver cancer and kidney cancer, I believe, a couple times. So now he's one who needs binders. He's doing everything but a little bit of binders. I'm like, okay. And so his cancer is back, you guys. It is back. And he got lost coming to my store, which he comes to my store all the time. He was distraught. Oh, he was so distraught. He literally just kind of fell in my arms and started crying. It's a grown 60-something-year-old man. And he's like, I'm doing everything. So what happened, you guys, is because he wasn't doing the detoxing right. And because he is eating, a very clean life, but he's not getting those channels eliminated and getting everything oxidized by the way he needs to and charged through the enzymes. And again, I'm going to say, I do believe if you took a little bit of diatomaceous earth, which is way different than the binders, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he went straight to Walmart to go get some diatomaceous earth. And then I also told him to add some papaya seeds. I think that's a very great natural puller, And so I guarantee. So what happened? His body reabsorbed all his toxins. You guys, he is an example of somebody who brought his cancer back on himself because he was not doing his detoxes correctly, because he was listening to, I don't know who he was listening to. I think his practitioners.
Yeah.
So,
and we have been programmed to listen to the doctors.
We have been programmed. We have been. But until you get really sick, like he did and like I did, is when you're like, oh, especially when they're trying to sell you things when you know that that's not what it is. No, that has nothing. That's not going to help me. That's going to make it worse. It's very hard, you guys, to be on this journey by yourself. It's scary. You don't have anyone to share with. Well, I do. I have Julie and I have Anne.
Well,
so
and that's why we're sharing our experiences with you guys, because there's people out there who have no clue. They accept what they're told, like they have throughout their lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And except for these basic concepts, really, you guys. And we'll be closing up here. I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. I got it all put together real quick. Okay. So phase 1, clean the terrain, prepare the ground, prepare the soil, right? Remove static toxins and blockage, tools, binders, light use. Use gently only after terrain is supported. Diatomaceous earth is the only binder that I'm gonna recommend for me at this time and for everybody else. Hydration and minerals. Recharge of electrical field. Add sea salt, lemon, and trace minerals. If you do the water structured. If you do what is it when you take all the minerals out of the water? I'm sorry, my mind just went blank. Distilled water, because I make distilled water to you guys. If you use distilled waters, that's the water you want to add the trace minerals. Don't add trace minerals to OR water or to alkaline water, okay? Just distilled water. Okay. Chaga and chlorophyll binds metals, supports cellular cleanup. Lymph movement, dry brushing, chi machine, bouncing, light stretching, lots of brushing, a lot of shaking. Get on the bounce, okay? Parasitic herbs, use wormwood, black walnut, pumpkin seeds. Come on, chime in on this one, Julie.
Pomegranate arrows, sunflower seeds.
Papaya seeds.
Papaya seeds, definitely. You already, yeah. What else? Okay.
So much out there, you guys. Yeah. There's a list of them. Okay, we could be here all day. We're actually talking about.
We'll get some posted on her website, so you guys have the list.
Yeah, I'll be posting all this stuff on my website, you guys, but not today because I've been closed for like 3 days or 2 days, and I've got a swarm of people already coming in at 10 o'clock. Cool. Okay, but I will get it in by this week. I promise you, by Friday. Okay, and then grounding, walk barefoot to clear the EMF, okay? And recharge the biofield, okay? Every day, grounding, breath work, oxygen, cellular spark plug. Okay, and then phase 2, charge the system, build your voltage. This is the vital before any deep detox or mushroom work. Tools, sunlight, morning light, activities, mitochondria, hormone reset, infrared light. Get a red light bulb if you need to. Deep tissue charge and repair. That's what the infrared light does. Structured water helps cells hold memory, coherence, mitochondria minerals, magnesium, potassium, copper, zinc. High fat plant oils, coconut oil, olive oil, electrical insulation. Mushrooms, lion's mane, cordyceps reishi, power flow, chaga, sound therapy, tuning forks, bowls, voice, reset nervous system, hum, all of that. Stillness and meditation helps integrate cellular messages and frequencies, you guys. Okay, so stillness and meditation is really good. Just no mind. Phase 3, flow and release. Allow detox to happen naturally. Don't force it. Let your body lead. Once charge and flow restores. Tools, herbal teas. Okay, again, you guys, for detoxing, dandelion, milk thistle, burdock, liver flow, wormwood, black walnut, pumpkin seeds, all that stuff. There's some more herbs for you. Castor oil packs, open liver and gut drainage. Colon support, enemas, aloe, magnesium to clear pathways. FYI, I do an enema every single morning with my urine. And sometimes I will do it with just eucalyptus, okay? And I also go to Claudene and I have them do it for me too, at least once a month. Mushroom journey prep gently, fasting, always fasting, you guys. That's another one too. You got to fast. You have to fast. I fast from about 5 in the evening until about noon, 11 sometimes. Last Tuesday, I was super hungry. I ate with Julie, and I normally don't.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was hungry, and that's okay. Okay. Fasting, journaling, deep hydration, sweat. And you guys, you got to get the sweat on for the lymphatic system, okay? You've got to sweat. It's easy right now because it's super hot in Arizona. When you're grounding, you can sweat. Trust me. If you're out there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, you'll be sweating. So that's good. Sauna, sun, and skin brushing. You guys, brushing is super important. And please, no sugar and really no meat, you guys. I know. I think meat is really bad for us. But I don't judge you if you eat it. It's okay. It's fine. Clean your internal terrain, but avoid heavy binders before the journey. Okay, repeating myself. And then just keep charging your field, you guys, with sunlight, minerals, grounding, deep rooting. Keep your nervous system calm. Sound bath, breath, rab pan, breath.
Yeah.
So I put here post journey equals support drainage plus emotions. So that was all of the research I did and how I put it together for you guys. I hope you guys learned something today.
Yeah. And take time to re-listen to it. And Lady T, I know you came in late. There's a lot of great information in today's and our previous videos as well, previous lives. So please take a listen to them. And you might have to listen to them a couple times just to get an idea of what we're really saying, because you might miss a few things. So please take a listen to it.
Yes, and if you did do the channels of elimination, it's fine, even though we know redox is more important first, but it's okay. Channels of elimination is not, it's
What?
It's okay if you guys, if the channels of elimination, because that's a whole different thing. That's just to open and to support detox pathways, to clear out your pathways, you guys. So it's okay. It's fine if you do channels of eliminations first, because you're just clearing out the pathways.
Okay.
And it's very safe. And it has really nothing to do with binders. So yeah, I think we're good on that one.
And tonight, we've got the Psychic Squad from 6 to 8 p.m. Please send an email to advice@sonoranmystictarot.com for your link to come into our Zoom class. And I want to remind everyone, I'm on my 3rd episode, and it is with Brittany Larson. So I'm really excited to talk to Brittany tomorrow. So come on in. She does a lot of great things. She's mainly dealing with trauma recovery and healing, and she does a great job. She's been through a lot in her life, and so she knows what she's talking about. She's not just certified because she's read books, as we've talked about earlier. She's been through it, people. And so if you're going through something and you need some help, please come talk to us. And we will be doing readings the second half as well. And that is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time with Brittany. Tomorrow night will be A5 Says and Sonora Mystic Tarot at around 6 p.m. ish. Thursday morning, it's Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot and Sonora Mystic Tarot. Not sure what time. It usually starts around 10 to 11-ish Eastern Daylight Time. Nothing on Thursday evening. Friday morning, I will be with Scott at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're not very ishy. And Friday night live happy hour with Miss Bonnie and Sarah Lyle. And on Saturday morning, Miss Susan will be back Saturday morning around 10 a.m. She's early when I say around. She's never late. On Sunday morning, it's Bonnie and Jess on Psychic Sunday. Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. ish will be Sherry Berry and Miss A5 Says. Monday, I'm not sure who might be on. And on Tuesday, we will be back. So
yes, but I'll be live, you guys, on next Monday night. I took yesterday off because I wanted to enjoy the last of the solstice. I'll be on with it's just called Live with Anne and Claudene. And all we do is just talk about critters. We talk about critter, the fascia, the mitochondria, everything. So
and cleansing.
Next Monday, and cleansing, like just everything about detox. We're all about these critter things. So I will be live with her on Monday night at 5:22 to 7:22, and is from Australia. So our Monday night live will be about shake, flow, release, fascia, parasites, and the power of vibration.
Okay.
That's what our topic will be. And we're going to be talking, I'll hit fascia. Yeah. And then that means next Tuesday, we'll be talking about the same thing pretty much.
Same thing, but maybe something more if you feel you've covered the subject or something.
We always change it. It's always a different vibe with you. It's always no, it's great. No, I think it's really, I love it. I love it. And I get a lot of good compliments off of it too.
Okay. And you and I have different experiences. I know you and Andy too, but for you to talk about oxygenation today, and it's like, I've been through that. So it was really good to see that. So appreciate it.
And for it to resonate so hard, because you've been through it, you know what we're talking about. And for us to finally put the finger on what I'm talking about when it comes to the mitochondria, except for me keep repeating the same thing over and over. Yeah, this is huge. This is so huge for us and on our journey and of everything that we're trying to do to help people. So, all I got to say is show me your critters.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Please share, because other people need to hear this stuff too.
Yes, please.
Love, light, and blessings. Thank you.